So in this video, I'm going to cover the top 5 stocks I'll be buying personally and what I would rate a buy. This isn't financial advice or anything, just my personal opinion. Let's go ahead and start off with NVIDIA here. NVIDIA here, current price is 128.68. I'm sorry, 128.93 overnight. It is February 6th here, 2025, 6:38 p.m. So we are in overnight time right now. Between 117 and 130, I do have this as a buy. Wouldn't mind adding a small position. Previously, when we dipped down below 117, we did hit a low of 113, and any price below 117 I have in the green box here. The green box is where I wouldn't mind adding a big position. So hypothetically, if NVIDIA fell below 117 and ranged all the way down to $96, that's where I would add a bigger position in terms of shares, possibly some call options or leap call options. Now, while we're above 117, ranging to about 130, I don't mind adding a decent or small position here in terms of shares. I'm rating this as a top 5 buy because I do expect to see this gap fill all the way back up to 142. This should occur within February. Now, within March and April, possibly even sooner, but using March and April as leverage, we might see a potential price test towards 153. So 153 here, going to be tested for all-time high, and then by mid of this year, so right around May or June, I'm expecting a move all the way up to about 180. 180 is my price target towards May 2025, potentially June as well. Okay, and so again, if I don't have any shares in NVIDIA, hypothetically wouldn't mind adding a position right here. This is a buy in my opinion. Start small just in case we pull back down to 117 again. Start to add in more in that region. There's a lot of buying pressure right below the 200 EMA on the daily chart. You can see it gets bought up so quick down here. We're getting this reversal though back up to the all-time high. So keep an eye out for that gap fill, 142 and then 153, followed by halfway through this year, 180. Okay. Second stock is going to be Amazon. So Amazon today just had its earnings earlier. Beat expectations. Something to keep an eye out for while we're having this pullback down about 4% in the overnight or after hours, right? Let's go ahead and zoom in here and see. So 4-hourly chart, we did dip down all the way to the 200 EMA twice now as of recent. So January 27, and then here post earnings, we did have that dip, but it got bought back up pretty quick. Now going into February 7th here, we might see a potential test back down towards 200 EMA, but I do expect this to be a buy. We are in this yellow range box, so between 216 and 233. I think this is a good dip opportunity. Wouldn't mind adding a position here. For some reason, if we do dip down below 216, that's where I would like to add in a bigger position for Amazon. But if I haven't started one yet, this is where I would look to start. I would look to start below 233. And then in terms of price target, so within February, I do think 242 is going to get tested again. We should get a test towards 250. And this is my minimum price target for February. So 250 is going to get tested there. We zoom out to the daily chart. This continuation all the way into May, we should start to see a move between 250 to about 300. 300 is the most bullish case scenario, but I don't think we get there just yet. I think potentially 270 is more reasonable by May 2025. That is my price target for Amazon. So while we're pretty close to the 50 EMA and below this yellow box, I think this is an entry right now for Amazon. Okay, so 229, we have to view it in the after hours. 229 here is dipped down right into the yellow box. So this is an entry buy level in my opinion. Let's go ahead and move on to the third stock. Third stock going to be Meta. Meta platforms here. Current price is $713.50. And if we go into the daily chart, we did. This is outdated, by the way. This yellow box and green box. This was prior when I was looking to add, right? And then also we did have a break all the way up towards to 720 now. That's where we're at the moment. In terms of a pullback, right? If there is a major pullback in Meta, I would keep an eye out for 630 being a potential support level. I don't see us breaking down to 598 or 549. Even at this point, I wouldn't mind adding a small position, even though we're at its highs. Best case scenario though, if you do see a pullback below 700, that's where I would look to start entering into Meta. My price target for February for Meta is actually going to be 800. Keep an eye out for 800 being tested within February, possibly first half of March if needed. And then we will go ahead and make another video on Meta as well to update its future price targets after 800 is hit. 800 was in our previous video, and I'm still awaiting for 800 to hit. Let's go ahead and go into our fourth stock. That is Google. Google here, current price is 191.20. And then we did have a dip down here after earnings. We went from a high of 207 all the way to a low. Let's go ahead and see a low of 188. I do think we get this gap fill all the way back up towards the top side. Look out for 202.50 getting tested as well. Long term, or at least going into February and March, I do think we get this test towards 220. And then by April, May, and June, keep an eye out for 250 being tested for Google. We should start to see a leg up for Google here in the upcoming months. And this gap fill should occur within this month. So while we are below 192, I think this is a really good dip opportunity. And then again, if for some reason we do dip down below the 100 EMA on the daily chart, so below 182, that's where I would like to even add a bigger position. Being below 192, this is where I would like to begin my position. And then you already have my price targets there of gap fill 202, 220 here, and then right around May 250. Okay. Now going into Palantir, this is the final stock here. Now none of these stocks are in any order, but this is one of my top 5 buys. There's something I do want to note out for Palantir here. We are up a ton. It's up over 11% right now, including the overnight hours. Currently at 112.60. Again, today is February 6th. So keep an eye out for Palantir here within February. We should start to see a price test towards 125. That is currently our price target for Palantir here. 125 followed by 140 and then 155. I do want to see how selling pressure reacts between 125 and 140 as well as 155. As of right now, I wouldn't mind adding a small position, but just be very careful and play safe. I would keep an eye out for a potential short-term pullback right around 92 to about 100. 92 to about 100 is definitely a position where I would like to start beginning. And then between 85 to about 92 could be a potential bottom for Palantir at this point. So between these price ranges here of 85 to 100 is a good buy in my opinion. And then look for those price targets in the future of 125 within February. And then March, look out for 140. And then April, May, keep an eye out for 155. Throughout this entire time, first half of 2025, expect a lot of volatility. If you look at the daily chart, we've been respecting the 50 EMA quite well. So truly, I think the bottom, if worst case scenario occurs, would be about $75. And that is an entry in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you are in NVIDIA, Amazon, Meta, Google, or Palantir, feel free to join our Discord. Link is down below in the description. It's free to join, and there's over 32,000 members, all right? Thanks for watching, you guys. And last but not least, if you're looking for our live entries and exits, we do have a 90% off discount on our Patreon link, which is also down below in the description. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe and like the video to support the channel. We'll see you on the next video as well. Thanks for watching.